Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. In today's video we're going to be creating this eye look. You guys said that you wanted some sunset vibes, so this is the look that I came up with today. I've used the Be Perfect Cosmetics palette with Stacey Marie and a couple of other bits and pieces as well. So everything that I've used will be listed in the description box for you if you want to check out any of the products, along with my discount codes and my social channels, so you guys can come and follow me on Instagram and things like that. So before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and leave me a lovely little comment in the comment section below. And if you want to see how I got this eye look, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so let's crack on and get some makeup on this face. I'm going to apply a little bit more PLOUISE base to my lids. I've got a little bit on at the moment, but I just want to put a little bit more on so that everything is nice and even. So the shade that I wear in the PLOUISE base is number 4. I tend to match it to my skin tone. Sometimes I go a shade lighter, but not very often. I like to keep everything matched. I just feel like everything blends a little bit better when the PLOUISE base matches the skin tone. So I'm just applying a little bit of this all over my lid. I'm just going to make sure everything's going to blend all nice and seamlessly. And I'm going to take this brush from the Beauty Bay Iconic Brush Set. You guys have been purchasing this brush set. So many of you have tagged me on Instagram in your stories when you've ordered this. It's back in stock, so I will leave it in the description box for you. It's one of my favourite brush sets. I absolutely love it, especially the eye brushes. So I'm just using this to blend out the PLOUISE base, just pat it in a little bit, just so we've got a nice blank canvas ready for some eyeshadow. So I'm going to take this brush, which is also from the Beauty Bay Iconic Brush Set, and I'm going to use my Be Perfect Carnival XL Pro palette with Stacey Marie today. This is one of my favourite palettes. I keep dipping back into this. I'm obsessed with it. So we're going to be using this today. So the first shade I'm going to dip into is Reckless, this dark purple shade here. I always find that this kind of shade looks really nice with a sunset kind of eye. You know, that kind of like purple to orange transition. I'm just absolutely obsessed with that at the moment. So I'm just building that up, and I'm using little bits of product at a time, and I'm just working that on the outer corner. I think I'm going to do a different shape of eye today to what I normally do. I want to take things up a little bit higher and a little bit more winged out. So I wouldn't usually take this purple shade as high up as I am, but today I'm going to do that. So I'm just building this up right on the outer part of my eye, and I'm going to take it right above my crease. So you can see that my crease is here. I don't want to fill in any of that. I just want to bring this ever so slightly across so that when we put our lid shade down, we're still going to have a little bit of this purple showing through, but it's mainly going to be all this space, which is nice and shimmery and peachy and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to blend that kind of in this V shape here. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I actually tap on my eyeshadows. I find it way easier, and you get a way better colour payoff by tapping on little bits at a time, rather than just going straight in with windshield wiper motions. By tapping it on, you get the best colour payoff, and you're not going to get that patching either. So literally just like that. And I know you're looking at this thinking, Rebecca, that is crazy, but don't worry, everything's gonna come together eventually. This is a Chaz brush from Molly O'Brien, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Inferno, so this red shade here. And I'm going to start blending out that purple with this red shade. So I'm using ever so light motions to blend this out. And I'm also going to bring it right into this inner part of my eye here. So just like that. So we have got like a little bit of a fade going on here where we've got the transition from the red to the purple, but I don't want that purple all the way across for this look. Then I'm just going to take any fluffy brush. This is from Morphe, and I'm going to blend out with the shade Keen, so this yellow shade here. I'm going to take little bits of that at a time and start blending out this red shade. Although it is looking a little bit pink, when we put this yellow down, it should hopefully blend into some sort of like sunset colour. So I'm just going to start blending this out, and I'm going to drag it out as well. And same on the inner corner as well. I'm just going to blend in that yellow. And this is going to create them orangey tones as well within the look. So as you can see, I'm kind of leaving this space free of any products because I am going to put pigment there. So I'm just blending this yellow and kind of taking it into my brow as well. So same on the other side, just very lightly buffing that in. Then I'm going back in with that original brush and the Reckless shade, and I'm just going to reinforce that purple back in and start re-blending it as well. When you are using this reverse blending technique, as I'm sure I've said many times, you can lose that original first shade that you use with all the blending that you do over the top of it. So by going back in and reinforcing that colour, it just re-blends everything and make sure that you've still got that colour standing out. So if you are struggling a little bit with this reverse blending technique where you start off with your darker shades, then I definitely recommend going back in and reinforcing that first shade. Then I'm taking that brush that we used for the red again, and I'm also going to re-blend that on the outer corner as well. And I'm just going to keep swapping between my brushes just to make sure everything is nice and blended together. So guys, I've just followed those steps again and again and just started re-blending everything and repacking on those shades, repeating the same steps just to get maximum colour payoff and a super nice blend. And because I've because I've winged this out a little bit, it has come a little bit further down. I'm just taking that iconic Beauty Bay brush and I'm just ever so slightly blending that out and just shortening that a little bit, just so everything looks a little bit neater. So for the lid, I'm going to use the Jordana T-shirt base and sparkle, but I'm just going to use the top cream, and then I'm actually going to use this eyeshadow. I don't think you can get this anymore, guys, but I just had to use it for this look. This is Topshop Shuffle the Cards. Does anyone remember when everyone was obsessed with this eyeshadow? I found it in my makeup the other day and I was just like, oh my god, I completely forgot about that. So again, I'm going to use another brush from the Beauty Bay iconic brush set, and I'm going to take that Jordana T-shirt base and sparkle. So I'm just going to pop it all in my brush like that, and I'm going to kind of block out where I want this pigment to go. So I'm kind of blocking out kind of like this front half of my eye, and I'm taking it slightly up as well. So I want it all on this lid space. I'm going to go in with this eyeshadow now with the same brush, because that's going to really stick to the brush as well, and I'm just going to press on that shadow. Okay, so now that's all packed on, I'm going to go back in with that brush that we used for the red, and I'm going to start blending between the purple and this Shuffle the Card shade, and this is just going to blend those two together and just make sure everything's blending a little bit more seamlessly and that we've got a little bit of a nicer blend going on. Take a little Huda Beauty brush like this, and I'm going to take Lights Out, which is the black in the palette, and I'm just going to smudge that along the lash line, and I want it to be thicker on this outer part here and get thinner as we go towards the inner corner, just so again we've got that outer corner focus. So I'm just packing that on at first, just in that region there, and I'm going to take that brush that we used for the dark purple shade and just ever so slightly blend that out, and then I'm going to start working it across my lash line just to kind of create a liner. For my waterline, I'm going to go in with a ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner in the shade Venus. This is the red one, and I'm absolutely obsessed with putting this in my waterline. These liners are so creamy, so pigmented, they're absolutely amazing. And I'm just going to take that Reckless shade and a little bit of the black and just buff it on the outer half of my lash line. So I want to keep the depth on the outside of the eye again. I don't really want to bring it right into this inner corner, so I'm just going to focus it right on the outer part of the eye like that and just connect it up to that smoke. Then for this inner part of the eye, I'm going to take Inferno, which is the red, and I'm just going to buff that right on that inner part of the eye there. Then I'm going to take a little blending brush and Keen, which is the yellow, and I'm just going to buff out all of this with the yellow. So I'm just going to go right along from beginning to end with the yellow. Then for my inner corner, I'm going to take the shade Fair Play, which is one of the highlighters in the palette. And I'm going to take that on a little pencil brush, and I'm really going to focus this right on that inner corner and connect it up to the lower lash line a little bit as well. And I'm also going to blend it right into that pink shade up there. Alright guys, I'm going to pop on some mascara and some lashes and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so lashes are on. I used the Prima lashes in the style Escape, and that is the finished look. I'm super obsessed with the way this turned out. Alright guys, so everything that I've used in this video will be listed in the description box below for you. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and leave me a little comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!